What is happening, my MS Gymmers? How you guys doing? Welcome to almost the end of the week. Some of you may be on Friday, some of you, like me, today is Thursday, and we're ready to rock and roll. So my name is Trevor, I'm the creator of the MS Gym, and I just want to welcome you, all you new people. We are quickly approaching 14,000 members of this Facebook group, which is awesome. A lot of good people in here, a lot of great life stories in here. And it all started with this free group. It all started with these daily exercises. Some of the superstar studs in our membership program are where they are because they spent months and months and months and months in this free group. And so like my awesome wife said yesterday, is you don't want to compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Like she got that quote from somewhere, or maybe she's just brilliant and came up with it again because somebody said it and maybe she said it again. I don't know. It's a good thing to say is that you don't want to compare yourself to what you see elsewhere in this group because you may just be, this may be your day one where it's someone else's day 101. So all these exercises are valid. All these exercises will help you get started, but you got to go at your own pace and do your own thing. Okay? There is no finish line. There is no time clock. We're all about you, all about your pace, and all about your quality of life. Okay? So this week what we're working on is the MS Leg Strengthener series. We've gone through an MS deadlift where we actually went down and squatted. We went through a side lunge where we went to the side and came up. Yesterday we worked on side step-ups to really start working on the lateral side of our legs. And today we're going to do a straight up hip hinge. Now, when we went over deadlifts, the hip hinge and the MS deadlift look pretty similar. But the MS deadlift has a lot more knee action, okay? Meaning that you're sitting down and then coming back up. The hip hinge is basically your knees don't ever change angle and you just sit straight back and come up. So this is the end of the hip hinge. This is the end of the deadlift. You see that difference? This is the end of the hip hinge. This is the end of the deadlift. So there's a lot more quad involvement in the quad thigh involvement. In the deadlift, this is more hamstring, glutes, and spinal extensors, okay? So the purpose of the hip hinge is to really work on hip extension, pure hip extension, meaning can you push your hips back and can you push them forward? Because almost, I would say 9 out of 10 MSers have a forward lean and some kind of arch in their back because these quads get super duper tight. Because typically the posterior side of the nervous system gets affected by MS, allows the anterior side to go into spasm, and we get this forward lean and down like this or like this. And when we walk in a forward lean position, that's when you get the hip hike, that's when you get the circumduction gait, that's when you get the knee kiss, all that kind of fun stuff. So hip extension, just as being a human being in general, is one of the most important biomechanical skills that you can possibly have as a human being. If you want to stand up out of your chair and you want to be able to actually stand and have a conversation with someone, like I saw someone yesterday, they literally stood for 2 hours after they were having a flare-up. They went in and did peg leg, with the peg leg circumduction series, which has to do with hip extension, and then she was able to stand and talk to someone for 2 hours straight with or being in the middle of a massive emotional flare-up and physical flare-up, which is cool. So with the hip hinge, I'm going to show you multiple ways to do it. We got a high platform, we got a wheelie walker, and then we got trekking poles, okay? So if you're on a high platform, what I want you to do is that once you get out of your chair, all right? So let's say you're in a chair and you need to do this, okay? So you're in a wheelie walker jamming out, okay? And you want to get up and we want to work on hip hinging. Put your brakes on, leave your wheelie walker, lean forward either this way or here, deadlift and stand up. All right? Now, with the hip hinge, you don't want to go super wide. You want to be about hip width. Okay? So your legs want to be about hip width, not out here. Okay? That's more for deadlifting. So right through here, hip width. So you're going to line up on your high platform. This could be a counter, a chair, a sink, an island, a banister, a railing, whatever, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to get a soft knee bend. So we don't want hyperextension, okay? So it's just a soft knee bend. I'll show you my Capri land here. So it's not a hyperextension. It's a soft knee bend. Then what you're going to do is your hands are going to be right on whatever you're holding on to. Soft knee bend. And then what you're going to think about is pulling your abs in, pulling your shoulder blades down. And then you're just going to bend at the elbow with the elbows pointed back, not out, back. And then you're gonna basically push or try to touch your chest to the platform while pushing your hips back. So it looks like this. We're here, and then we just go straight back. Okay, abs are in. Okay, down like this, and then so this is where slingshot butt came from. Okay, so imagine someone has a bungee cord attached to your tailbone, and they're pulling you back, and then they let go. And when they let go, boom, and we stand back up. Okay, so it's a slingshot. So we're going here, dropping straight back. My elbows are bent. I'm resting them on the platform. Abs are in. Chin is tucked. They let go of the band. Boom, coming up. Butts, guts, blades. Okay? So that's how we're going to roll. So that's how we do it on a high platform. Wheelie walker, pretty much the same jam. Okay? So get your feet inside your wheels on your wheelie walker. Hands are here. And what I like to do is hold your wheelie walker with your thumb out. So you're going to put your thumb pointed straight ahead. I don't know why it works, but it helps people really think about getting the elbows tucked back. Because you don't want to do this on a wheelie walker, you want your elbows back. So you're going to be this way, you're going to push your hips back and sit, okay? So you're going to push your hips back and sit into slingshot butt, okay? And then you're going to come up and move those hips. So if you watch my knees, they don't really change angle, they just shift back, and then I'm coming forward. So think about slingshotting, okay? A bungee cord, someone pulls me straight back, hold, I'm looking straight down at my platform, and then I'm pushing my booty forward and pulling my abs in. Boom, just like that, okay? Sit it back down, elbows are back, boom, and we come forward, okay? Trekking pulls are kind of cool because they move with you, okay? And you can get a little bit more straight arm. So what you want to do is put your wrist straps on, okay? Just because it gives you a little bit more sense of stability. Now when you do these, I want your hands on top of your trekking poles. You're going to get locked in, and I actually want the trekking poles inside your feet. Not a ton, but just a little bit. So if my feet are this way, trekking poles are just slightly to the inside. So we're going here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. So we get set. Blades are down, abs are in, and then as my hips push back, guess what I do? I reach forward, okay, out, and then what? And then we pull back in, okay? Abs are in, we reach out, 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 sit, and then we push back in. So out, 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 so big old hinge, and then we pull back in, okay? So that's the trekking pole. Okie dokie? So, let's do 6 on each type of platform, and we'll rock it out. All right? Here we go. So high platform. Now, if you're just going to use trekking poles the whole time, just do all 18 on there. If you're going to do wheelie walker, just do all 18 on there. And then you got 18 on this if you're going to go high. All right? Here we go. So feet are about hip width. Soft knee bend. Abs are in. Okay? Shoulder blades down. You're going to bend your elbow, keep your elbows tucked at your side. We're going to sit back, look down. 1, and slingshot up. 1, butts, guts, blades. And push the hips back, hips back, hips back. Lean forward, and push. 2, 2, butts, guts, blades. Push it back, push it back, push it back. Hips back, you almost should be on your heels. And push. 3, sit back, sit back, sit back. Pause. And push. 4. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Pause. Push. 5. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Pause. Push. And 6. Okay? Now keep going where you're at, or you can switch implements, whatever. So right here, hands on the wheelie walker, pointed forward. Elbows at your side. Ready. And sit back, sit back, sit back. You're looking down. Slingshot. Boom. Butts, guts, blades. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Pause. Slingshot. Butts, guts, blades. Abs are in. Keep your knees bent. Back, back, back. And push with the hips. 3. Abs in. Sit back, sit back, sit back. You should feel that stretch in your hams. And 4. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Pause. Boom. And 5. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Pause. Boom. And 6. Good. And now we're going to go to trekking poles, okay? Or you stay where you're at. All right, trekking poles inside the feet. Abs are in, pelvic tilt, knees slightly bent, okay? And we're going to reach out and push the hips back at the same time. Ready? And go. Reach, 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 reach. And then slingshot butt. Woo! Reach, reach. Sit those hips back, sit those hips back. Keep the knees bent. And go. Okay? And back, 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 back. Reach. And 3. Back, back, back. Reach. And 4. Back, back, back. Reach. And 5. Abs in. Back, back, back. Pause. Boom. Slingshot booty. BGB. Slingshot booty. BGB. All right, cool. All right, so there we go. Okay, so that is the hip hinge. All right, so super important exercise. You can feel it really, it's difficult to not get your knee involved. Whether it's a hyperextension or a flexion, it's pretty difficult to actually be able to get into a hip flexion and then come out of it. But when you can actually separate hip extension from knee flexion, okay, that gives you more biomechanical control to actually work on things like when you're walking or you're getting up out of a chair or you're standing, okay? So this is part 4 of this series. Tomorrow we're going to go through all 3, or all 4, okay? So tomorrow's Full Circuit Friday. It does get a little bit burly when you put all 4 of these together, so make sure that if you're going to rock through that circuit with me, you need to activate and release and get yourself set and ready to roll before that happens. So really roll out the quads, roll out that low back, maybe do some TFL stretching where you're just getting that leg behind you, or roll that out, get your calves loose, maybe stand or sit and just get your body moving side to side, get your body moving side to side, whatever it might be, so you can get your body ready to move. Okay? So these exercises are super important. Once we started with a sagittal plane exercise, we went through transverse and frontal, which means transverse is this way and frontal is this way, and then we went back to a sagittal plane exercise because our goal is to get you as strong as we possibly can in the sagittal plane, the front to back plane, so you can stand right. So we start with it, add a bunch of other 3 dimensions in there, end with it, and then set you off on your day, okay? So all of these are put together in this way on purpose to biomechanically help your body out in all 3 planes of motion, okay? So if you like this video, thumb it. If you love this video, heart it, and yeah, so look for, or put down some comments. You guys will notice this week you're going to start seeing a lot more presence from my movement specialist, Holly Benson. She will be in the free group helping me coach you guys, helping me direct you guys to your right resources, and all that fun stuff. If you are new or if you're just getting in and you're like, now's the time, and you want to get started, go to themsgym.com, click on that orange box, and download your free exercise guides. Okay? If you have not started on it, and all you're doing is bouncing into these daily exercises, that's cool, but you need stability and you need repetition in your life. So whether you have foot drop, spasticity, balance issues, neck pain, or you need core strength in a chair, it's there for you. So themsgym.com. Look out for Holly B coming in to rock it out with you guys. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow for Full Circuit Friday.